really think
because
that
I
there
think
are soulmates in the world, like one person for everybody, really? Or do
No.
you think that
But
there's
I don't think you have to. I don't.
multiple people that can see into your soul?
I don't think that. Oh, this is you got
into your soul, but I think each part of your soul.
Look, you got me started now though, because I don't think just because somebody is your quote unquote soulmate doesn't mean that they're the only ones for you. Like, I think there can be different like types, like different types of soulmates for like different types of relationships in your life.
Soulmate just sounds so cliche to me. Maybe
Like you could have like you could like have a romantic soulmate, but then like a soulmate that like your best friend is like your soulmate too. Like
that's because your soulmate correlation is a man-woman.
Maybe that's wrong then. Maybe Marcy's my soulmate.
But I think that I think Marcy's point is that it's
well, like my point is I could be. Yeah, like I could be like your like sibling, like platonic soulmate, but then you could have like a romantic soulmate as well.
I mean, like, I think even like with me, I'm your time traveler. I know what's going to happen with you with things.
All right, can you let me?
Can I let you know? Last time I tried to tell you some things, you didn't want to listen.
Yeah, because you tell me that I have no choice. It's not true. So what do you know then, miss?
So
I also don't think there's just one person for everybody. Like, what is it? Like the 1 in a million or whatever? But there's like 7 billion people.
7 billion people.
So what is that? Like 7,000 people.
I could be with one of 7,000 people. Seriously?
Yeah.
I know, it's ridiculous.
I think that.
Who's gonna give me the cutest babies?
I think that it's just like I said, your soulmate is not just one, it's one part of your soul.
Yeah, like I think a soulmate like they have a similar soul and they know your soul, but that doesn't necessarily mean that in what way. Actually, let's end with this. What's something that you think we're dramatically different on?
You and I?
Yeah. We just proved that that's not true.
Well, I think the way you see the world and dissect the world is totally opposite. It is very true that you are an artsy-fartsy and she is a black and white.
Why do you think that is? I mean, you raised us in the same house, like.
Well, I think some of it's genetic.
We have the same parents.
Yes, and you act like one, and she acts like the other. So I think some of it is genetic. I think some of it is environmental.
I think a lot of how we react to situations.
And I think birth order plays a role.
So, like, can you give me an example? Like a situation that me and Michelle would see or handle differently.
No, because then you're just going to use it in your challenge. You have to come up with on your own. Tell me
like
I'm
time
using my
management
resources.
and procrastination.
Yeah, like the way that
That's
we
kinda
go
lame.
about, like I'm like, get everything done, have fun. You're like, have fun. Take a nap, stay up all night, get everything done, start over the next day. I wish I was more like that, but I'm just not.
You're just wired differently. And your way is wrong.
Wow! Wow! I disagree.
I think Michelle and I are wired the same. Your dad and you are wired the same. I think Michelle and I are more judgmental than you and your dad.
I agree.
I think Michelle is getting to be
Really?
less. judgmental. And
I think Dad's kind of judgmental.
And I think you're becoming more judgmental. Oh, I think he's becoming more judgmental as he gets older, but he hasn't always been that way. I think his work environment has made him judgmental.
I feel like I recognize more in people, but part of me just kind of lets them be that way. Like, I don't have to like it, but like, am I really going to change him? Probably not, so.
But then you're not around him either.
Well, yeah, why would...
Your way of dealing with it is not to deal with it. Whereas Michelle and I, we're going to change him. We're going to get him to conform.
Or die trying.
Yes. They're going to conform to our way of thinking.
Because I am right.
Because failure is not an option.
Yeah.
That's one of the...
Ian, you're going to move in on the first. You're going to get a job before everybody else.
That's one of the false assumptions that we live with. I am right.
Whatever. Turn it off. We're done.
You would be so wrong.
I didn't come up with it.
That's what we can tell you.
It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, see you later.
I'm not gonna lie. Way more enjoyable than I thought. It was interesting. I feel like I gave you a lot of honest answers. I wasn't sure how, what questions you're gonna ask, like what you're gonna need from me.
Yeah.
I was a little worried that you were gonna ask me about like political views or something.
I mean, we could have, but that's not the direction I wanted to take it
Not
in.
that I'm scared of that, but just.
I feel like we have
that
similar
didn't sound
political...
like fun to me, but this sounded like more fun. So good job.
I-
Going to the bathroom. Turn it off.
We have more similar political views, I think.
Marcy, turn it off. I'm going to the bathroom. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh my god.